to another session of Toxic Tuesday. Therapy for the people. My people. My people.
Hello, my beautiful people. It's the thekingomarsharif. I welcome you back to another Toxic Tuesday where we turn our bad into good situations. Toxic Tuesdays are all about you, your mind, your body, your soul. I believe if we can control those three things, we'll find happiness. Tonight on Toxic Tuesday, session number 33, we're going to be continuing our series from the heart of a father for the month of June. This will be episode 2, and we're going to be talking about mastering co-parenting, conquering difficult emotions, and building an unbreakable team. It can be done, y'all. You just got to believe it, you got to forgive, and you got to keep it moving. So let's start the show. And you know I got something good for that body, right? Yes, I do. It's watermelon juice, y'all. Look how pretty that is. It's pretty. It's so pretty. And it tastes so good, I promise you. Watermelon is pretty much all water, right? And a lot of us love melons, right? And it's a beautiful summer drink. It's going to keep us hydrated all summer long, fly-hydrated all summer long. And that's going to be good for you. We don't like to be out here sweating. We like to keep it cool. And I'm sure you like to keep it cool too. I'm going to teach y'all how to make this in 1 second. What I need you to do in the meantime, subscribe to that channel, y'all. Like, share, comment. That's going to help me grow as I continue to help you grow. Let's grow together. That's love. I told her leave the drama alone, y'all. Now, this watermelon juice is great for a lot of dysfunction. Not only is it great for the dysfunction here, but it's also great for dysfunction in other places that can help this quiet down a little bit. Fellas, do you understand? So I purposely made sure that when I was slicing up this watermelon, I got all that white part, what they call it, the rind. I got all that part and made sure that I put it in my drink. So I'm drinking the watermelon and the rind. And everything gonna be feeling fine. Let's go, y'all. Hope y'all subscribe. Now, to tell you what's in it very quickly, all it is watermelon, 2 bottles of spring water, add that honey, and what? It's on the money. Yes, it is. Let's start the show for real, y'all. Let's get it. Dealing with difficult emotions. Now, when you're co-parents, like many of you co-parents out there, you're like me out there, right? We deal with a lot of difficult emotions. A lot of arguing, a lot of disagreeing. And a lot of it is because oftentimes it's purposely done. So I used to fall into the trap of going back and forth. Now, if you know me out there, and if you're my extended family, and who you see in front of the camera is who I am. This is me. This is my comfort zone. I'm a lot funnier, but we'll figure out how to incorporate a little bit more of that later. But in the beginning, she could only use the children against me. Because it's not like she a bad person. I didn't have to worry about her neglecting the children in a matter of making sure they're not fed or not clothed or not clean or having wild people around them or trying to be out partying and sleeping all through the day and having hangovers. I didn't have that experience. Thank the Creator for that. And shout out to you for that. But she would use the children against me because those are my babies. That's my heart, right? And if I feel like you trying to make me look bad in front of them or towards them, like daddy don't love them as much, then that used to push my buttons. I'd be like, man, how could you do that? How could you do that? Tell me. So I had to learn over time that when she insults me, when she disrespects me, when she wants to call me out my name, when she wants to act like I'm not doing something or I don't feel love that I have for my children, or if she wants to flat out lie about me, whether it be to whoever's willing to listen, whether it be in front of the judge, whoever, I would fall for that trap. I would go back into it. I would feed into it. And for her, because we used to argue a lot when we were together, unfortunately, then I think in my mind and in her mind, it makes her feel like we still together in some type of crazy mechanism. It kind of probably makes her feel like, okay, things are kind of like still the same, or he still must care about me to some level, on some intimate level. Whether it's the man or the woman trying to push your buttons, don't let them have that. Don't let them get you out your character. Because if you do and you show that you're willing to get into it with them like that, they'll always do it. So what I had to learn to do was say, okay, sorry you feel that way. We're gonna pray on it. It'll get better. Use things like that, y'all. Don't go back at them. That's not gonna do nothing. So I believe over time, she'll realize what I'm doing and that she's not getting that type of crazy energy from me. And at some point, it's gonna quiet down. It's gonna quiet down. And that leads into my second point, which is we gotta practice forgiveness. That's a tool of healing. That's nurturing yourself. To me, that's a form of self-care. Forgiveness. And it happens over time. So if one person is on this level of love and respect and doesn't feed into what I just told y'all about, then the other person is at a different level of love and respect, happiness and joy, and trying to move forward for the sake of the kids. Then maybe that other person will start to raise their levels. Maybe. Now these are all things that we're just practicing, y'all. We're trying to figure things out for our self-peace, for their self-peace, and for the upbringing of our children. So practice forgiveness. So this is all a part of rebuilding our children's lives. We got to let them know and express love and reassurance. We got to let them know that it's not your fault mommy and daddy aren't together. It's not your fault that you may see us going back and forth. That's completely on us. We the adults here. We got to allow them to express how they feel. Allow them to express their emotions because they have them. They're thinking them. They're feeling them. But out of fear, out of feeling like they don't really have a voice in the matter, because we're the adults here, we're the parents here, we're the teachers here, they may be a little reluctant to share those things. And it's probably a good idea for each parent to do it on their own time until they get to a better level of understanding and communication with each other. But it's also good to have maybe a family member, a friend that's trusted and loves the kids and the kids have a relationship with them. Or, y'all know what I'm gonna say, a therapist. It's good to have somebody outside of mommy and daddy that the kids may be open to expressing their true feelings to. They might be scared to tell daddy how they feel. They might be scared to tell mommy how they feel because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Kids are very loving. They might be trying to spare your feelings that day. Yeah, mommy, I ain't like when you did that. Daddy, I ain't like when you said that to mommy. Y'all need to figure this out. So depending upon how old your kids are, and I don't really think age plays a big part in it, because as long as your kids can talk, they can see, they have an understanding, then they definitely have those feelings. So they may not be able to communicate them as well as, I don't know, a teenager, but at least you allow them to have that talk. And if they are young, that'll be good going forward, because whenever they do have feelings, they won't shy away from mommy and daddy. You won't feel like, yo, my kids never talk to me about anything. Or you find out about something that's going on in school or going on with somebody else, one of their friends, or you're like, why you didn't tell mommy and daddy this? Because they never felt comfortable talking to you. Because they see you all over the place with each other. So keep that in mind, y'all. It's very key. So after we do that, we got to make sure that we remain flexible and understanding. Kids are getting out of school. It's summertime. And you can't allow the beef, the problems, to stop you from being flexible and adaptable to the summer schedules, to whatever schedules. Because the kids are going to be getting into activities. You may want to do something with the children on a day that is not your day, right? You may want to say, hey, I want to take the kids to the amusement park. Hey, I want to take the kids to the beach. The other parent can be like, well, it's not your time. You got to wait and do that on your own time. Especially if you're the mother or father that has them less. So as long as I can put a smile on my baby's face, it should be okay. And as long as you know, as the other parent, that I'm trying to put a smile on my baby's face, you shouldn't stand in a place where you're trying to stop that joy, that happiness, that bonding time. So scheduling and visitation and different things that pop up, kids might be signing up for different sports, cheerleading, gymnastics, whatever it may be. It's very important that both parents have those schedules as things change, because your child needs to feel supported. Your child needs to feel like, hey, mommy got my back, daddy got my back. Yeah, I'm about to do my thing. That'll give them that extra push. Support is very important, y'all. Remember that. Me as a man, I need support. I love support. I love to support people. I'm supporting you right now. So your babies definitely need to feel that support. We should be keeping our conversations all child-centered. That should be the foundation of all our conversations. It shouldn't be what I did with somebody else. It shouldn't be how I'm spending my time when it's not my time to have the kids. It shouldn't be your opinions about what I'm doing if it's not hurting the kids or harming the children. And if you feel like I'm harming myself to some magnitude, you should be able to reach out to somebody else and communicate that through them. So keep everything about the babies. Keep it all child-centered. Whether it's schedules, whether it's whatever. That's what those conversations and communication should be like. Here's a very important one. Choose the right place and time. Any time isn't the right time. Okay? Think about what your children are hearing. Think about what your children are seeing. Because they soaking it all up. They listening. Even if you think they over there playing, they looking at one thing, playing a game or something, but they like this. They looking over like, here they go again. Or they listening, here they go again. You so focused on what you focused on, important discussions should be taking place in a private setting where it's between mommy and daddy and not mommy, daddy, son, and daughter. One thing that we also have to practice is constructive language. Sometimes you got to put your hard hat on. Constructive language is using words like I, taking ownership, I, accountability, I. We can't be blaming somebody else for our actions. Because the one thing that we have control over is ourselves, whether you realize it or not. Oftentimes we out of control, right? Especially in those tender moments. When you're talking about your babies and how much you love your babies, that's a tender moment. And it's easy to say, man, you did this. I'm tired of you doing this. Why Why you keep doing this in front of them? So take ownership. And I think that'll have the other person calm down a little bit. Like I said, these are all things we're practicing. These are all techniques and strategies that we're going to try out to see if it makes things better. And remember to stay consistent with these things. And maybe they will make things better. Another smart thing to do to have great communication is use apps. They got talking parent apps where everything doesn't have to be directly text messaging between you and I, or conversations between you and I, where they more than likely gonna get out of control. Because you can't control yourself, and I'm not smart enough to control my mouth either. So utilize these tools out there where everything can be monitored, everything can be retrieved and believed. Because if there comes a time where you do have to go to court, or if you're in front of a hearing officer, I'm in these situations, y'all, so I know them. I'm sharing these things with you just in case you say, I ain't going to court. A lot of us don't like involving cops. A lot of us don't like involving courts because we got our history there. But it's a different day and age when it comes to your children. I've witnessed a judge put her in check because they felt that wasn't what was best for the child. So when it comes to that, fathers, as long as you're doing what you got to do, they'll have your back. Mothers, as long as you out there doing what you got to do, they'll have your back. As long as you being honest and open and loving about your children, they're going to support that. So take advantage of these apps, because I believe that kind of stops a person from being a regular self if they know that these things are being monitored. So take that into consideration. This is another key tool right here, y'all. We got to choose our battles wisely. Choose your battles wisely. Is it worth me giving all that bad energy to this? Is it worth the stress? Is it worth possible jail time? Is it worth a restraining order? You got to differentiate between major and minor. What's major? Health, education, safety. Minor stuff, all that little chirping back and forth, that's minor. If it ain't those three things or something else that you feel is very, very, very important in their lives for their well-being, let them have it. You got it. God bless you. I understand. We got to choose our battles wisely. I'm not about to be out here getting beside myself. And I'm going to point out examples to y'all to where things do get out of control, where people end up locked up. That's when cops get called. That's when people lose lives. All because they're not following these tools and these practices that I'm sharing with y'all. So we got to avoid those consequences. We got to think about those consequences before we take off on something. And you also got to consider the frequency of what's going on. Remember those major things and those minor things that really don't matter as much. Because more than likely, we arguing over minor stuff, small stuff. So if the frequency level isn't often, and it's not something that you keep having to address those major issues, let them have that. If it's not reoccurring, start blurring it out. I can't see what you're talking about, and I don't want to. This ain't beneficial to me right now. I see what you're trying to do. I'm trying to have a good day. Stay away. Kids okay? Let me talk to them. That's what matters here. Choose your battles wisely. We're gonna figure this out together, y'all. Like I said, I put myself out here and the things that I have to face as a father. That's why this is so important to me. My baby's well-being. I'm talking about communication. I call my babies every day. Same time every day, got an alarm clock, goes off. I never got that as a child. I didn't even know the next time I would talk to my father, it'd be months. Didn't know the next time I would see my father, it'd be months. I don't want my babies to experience that. That's why I set an alarm clock. That's why I made sure that I went to talk to the hearing officer, and at the court, all this got established. Because the other individual was trying to take all that away from me for her own selfish reasons. And that ain't the right way to raise your babies. Those ain't the examples that we need to be shown. So if the mother or the father, who's not the primary, they want to talk to their child, let them talk to their child. They want to FaceTime their child so they can develop whatever bonding that they can until they have them the next time, let them FaceTime their child. If they old enough, let daddy or mommy, whoever's not the primary, get them a phone. Since you got reasons why you can't answer your phone, or you got reasons why you can't FaceTime. Okay, let the other parent handle that. You ain't got to worry about it no more. You go get your phone fixed. Take all that pettiness out. Take your anger out. It's all about our babies. That's my message for today, y'all. Remember, we're going to practice these things. We're going to try these strategies to make our babies' lives better. Again, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I can't wait to talk to y'all next Tuesday. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Y'all doing y'all thing. It's coming up on Sunday. I'm going to shout y'all out again next week. We're going to recap it. I'll tell y'all how I spent my Father's Day. And as always, I love y'all. Can't wait to talk to y'all next time. It's the King Omar Sharif. That's love.